Hi, I'm Trish Hall, Medical Center Director for the Truman VA. If you remember, about a month ago, we posted a video asking what you wanted to know about Truman VA healthcare. So today, I want to welcome you to our First Time with Trish, a monthly video series where I sit down with experts to answer your questions. Our first question today is brought to us by Christina Poor on marriage and family services through the VA. Here with us today, we have Christie Barisi, our marriage and family therapist, here to talk to us about Christina Poor's question on marriage and family services. So, welcome.
Thank you.
I would like to know just a little bit about your background, please.
Well, I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I have been providing services in the Columbia area for about 10 years, and I've been with the VA here for 6 years. I left for a brief period of time, and now I'm back. I love teaching and supervising, and ultimately love what I do.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad that you're back. Can you tell me a little bit about what marriage and family services we provide here?
Yes. It's when you hear marriage and family therapy, you often think, oh, I have to be married or I have to have my whole family involved. But actually, you can have individuals, couples of any kind, meaning they don't have to be married, and families with kiddos or adult children. And I can do groups as well.
That's fantastic. You know, we think about the VA sometimes being in healthcare for grandpa, but so this is just really something that we don't talk about too much that's really very needed. Mm-hmm. When should veterans and their families seek services for marriage or family counseling?
I actually get that question quite often, and it's somewhat difficult because everybody has their own needs and their own families and experiences. But the best way I can answer it would be if you're experiencing in your household some sort of stuck point or something that is causing you distress, and you've tried to make efforts to fix it, and you're not quite getting there, and you want more assistance, ultimately you can come and get that outside perspective. Or if a transition has happened in your life, it could be a new diagnosis, it could be the birth of a child, it can be a wedding. That often can bring people in too.
Sounds like a really important service to provide to help us deliver excellent health care in other aspects as well.
Yeah.
So it's a great service here at the Columbia VA, but what services are available for our more rural veterans?
So the majority of our rural veterans do actually travel into the main center here, but we are constantly trying to figure out how are we going to expand these services so we can reach as many people as possible. And so we partner with the Vet Center. We've been working with getting providers in the C-Box that will provide this service. We're trying to advance the Video Connect services that we have for families and couples. And ultimately it's a goal to get some more groups and things going there, out there in the C-Box for easier access.
That's terrific, because over 50% of the veterans that we serve at the Columbia VA do go get their health care in our community-based outpatient clinics.
Yes.
That are located in very rural areas. Mm-hmm. And VA Video Connect is so neat. If you're watching this Facebook video right now, it's that easy to get your healthcare services over that telephone through that VA Video Connect. Yeah. So that's fantastic. Mm-hmm. What other resources are available for marriage and family therapy?
I like to highlight that there are quite a few self-help options out there. Gottman, we've heard the 5 love languages, and actually I brought a book. It's called Reconcilable Differences. It's by Christensen and Jacobson. It's part of our evidence-based practice of integrative behavioral couples therapy, and this is the book that we actually give to couples to read to kind of understand more about their relationships. And I'm also going to include some resources with this video that even with Missouri, we have Parent Link and we have a couple of vet parent toolboxes and stuff that we're going to include with this video.
That's fantastic, because you know, in our whole health efforts, a big portion of that is people taking charge of their own health care.
Right.
So having those tools that they can start with some self-help is really helpful. And, those links will be great. So my last question, but probably the biggest question of all, is how can people get referred to marriage and family counseling?
Well, we actually make it quite easy. You would just go and talk to your individual provider, and that might be a primary care physician, or it could be your mental health individual provider, and just start the conversation and say that you might be interested in this. And they would fill out a consult and ask you some questions, and those consults come straight to me, and I close the loop.
That's great. Did I miss anything?
Oh gosh, I can't think of anything.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Christy, for joining us today. Viewers, if you want to hear information on healthcare topics that are important to you or veterans that you know, leave a comment here and we'll pick up your comments or questions on next month's topic for Time with Trish. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you next month.